guys, my name is Kanad. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel and you like guitars and you like music, you're in the right place. So check this video out. If you like it, please do consider to subscribe to the channel because that really helps a lot. So in today's video, we're going to talk guitars, and there are 3 guitars that I cannot live without in any circumstance. My Eastman T484, the Maybach Albatross, and the Maybach Telemann T54. Each of these guitars are exceptional examples of their respective models. The Eastman is an incredibly well-built instrument that has this gorgeous airy tone that cannot be matched. The Telemann, on the other hand, is a fantastic recreation of the Telecaster, and frankly, I think it sounds more like a Tele than a Tele does, if that makes any sense. You know what? Just listen to it. Now last but not least, the Maybach Albatross. I'm going to do a dedicated video about that guitar, so I don't want to spoil a lot, but man, it's an absolute joy to play, and it sounds like nothing I've ever played before. Today's video is not about any of those guitars. It's actually about the guitar that you heard and saw in the beginning, the PJD Carey Standard, which I believe is the perfect guitar, and here's why. As stated before, I really cannot live without any of the guitars that I mentioned earlier because they all do their thing incredibly well. But what I love about this PJD Carey Standard is that it takes all of their best qualities and adds its own vibe to it, and it just becomes this incredible instrument. First and foremost, you have to appreciate the way it looks. In my eyes, it looks modern, but it also feels familiar at the same time. The dark roasted maple neck with these modest yet beautiful looking inlays, and in contrast with the baby blue finish, just makes it a thing of beauty. Now we get to the part where I make a connection with the other 3 amazing guitars that I showed to you in the beginning. What this takes from the Eastman is the fact that it's a hollow guitar. So the sides on this guitar are hollow, and even though you can't see the F-holes, you can still feel that airy quality to the notes, but a bit different because now we get to the scale length, which is a Fender scale length, and it's exactly the same as the Telemann T54. This scale length on this guitar offers you an incredible amount of dynamics, and it also allows you to have this platform where you can dig in and just get some beautiful creamy notes out of it. And at the same time, you can also play soft, and this guitar, because of the tension of the scale length, will just make the notes sound full and bloomy. It's clear that it can do the clean stuff very well without even breaking a sweat. But with the help of this green tea bridge humbucker, it can also give you those crunchy and saturated tones, just like the Maybach Albatross will give you. this guitar does it all, and I think this combination, at least for me, is the perfect guitar. It does not end there though, because there's actually more to this guitar. The build quality of this instrument is really high, and the attention to detail is second to none. The pickups alone are something that you can just get lost in and just discover all the nuances that it has. It's incredible. Another trick that it has hidden up its sleeve is the compound radius, which at first I was not a big believer, and this guitar changed my mind completely. The compound goes from 10 to 12 inches, which doesn't sound that radical, but it just works as you glide your hand up and down the neck. This is not the first PJD video that I've ever done, but if you haven't heard about PJD guitars yet, they're made in York, England by a very small team that I think they're doing an incredible job. They are loaded with incredible pieces of hardware. You have a Goto made in Japan bridge, Goto tuners, Jazzcar frets, cream T pickups, CTS spots, and I mean everything you can wish for. To top it all off, it comes with a really sturdy PJD branded Hiscox case. There are a couple of different models of this guitar, the different kind of specs, so make sure to check their website. I'll link it down below, and you can have more information about these guitars. They come with different specs, different colors, and also different grades of guitars, so be sure to check the link down below. I am completely in love with this guitar from the first moment that I grabbed it at 42 Gear Street and strummed the chord and played a couple of notes. It just rang and it felt right for me. To be honest, I was not crazy about the looks because I tend to go for more classic finishes, but as soon as I felt the neck, I suddenly became the biggest fan of baby blue. Massive thanks from Jens from PJD Guitars and PJD Guitars for sending this over. I'm definitely going to cherish this one, and it's honestly one of the guitars that I grab the most nowadays. It just feels really comfortable, and it's all about this neck. I mean, I am totally in love with this neck. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure to press that like button, and if you're down there and you're not subscribed yet, please gently press the subscribe button because that really helps me a lot. And until next time, I will catch you with the next video. Have a good one. Stay safe. Bye-bye.